Hey everyone, welcome back to Tonic Studios. It's Marie here and I am showing you the Wildflower Wonderland Stamp Club for this month. And we've got some fresh new stamps, we've got some dies, and I want to show you all the things and a few examples of what you can make. Alright, so here are the stamps and the dies, and I have a few cards that I've already made so I can show you. Let's go ahead and start with the stamps. So here is the stamp set for a Wildflower Wonderland. I'm going to put a piece of paper behind here just so you can see the images a little bit better. We have all kinds of garden and wildflower themed images here. So we've got this frame of flowers that you can stamp in color, a little butterfly and a hummingbird, and these are so cute. I love the hummingbirds because we get those in our own backyard all the time. We love to sit and watch them, so I really loved that little image and the little butterfly. And we have this other little cluster of flowers down here. Now I've stamped out this flower frame here and I've colored it, and I'm going to show you how you can use the dies to cut this out in just a second. And this little cluster of flowers here I've put on this card so you can kind of see what it looks like when it's all stamped, colored, and cut out. I just cut a little window here and put my little images on, made a really clean and simple card that would be very easy to make quickly. Now, along with all of these really beautiful images of the flowers and my little butterfly and hummingbird, we've got some really fun sentiments. So we've got grow with the flow. I couldn't have picked a better friend. You're the best. Keep growing. Look at you grow. You drive me. And you could pair that with wild in the whole world. And you've got free ever thing. So you could put you're the best ever. So that's what I did on this little card here. And you can kind of mix and match these words to make your own custom sentiment. So I've used some of these images already on these cards, and I also have used a few of these dies. So I'm going to slide this over and I'm going to show you the die set. So along with the coordinating dies that you get the hummingbird to cut that one out. You've got the butterfly. You've got this die here that cuts out your little cluster of flowers. And you've got the dies here that will cut out this little frame of flower. But you also get one that cuts out the little word wild. So you could cut that out and put it on your cards. And you've got a bunch of these little flower and branches dies that are just kind of standalone. They don't coordinate with the stamps, but you can use them on their own. So I've gone ahead and I've cut out some of those flowers just out of white cardstock, and I've added glitter on the top, and I just put it on top of this card for a very clean and simple kind of note that you can send off to a friend. Now you might notice both of these have that oval shape cut out of them. You do get this little oval in the die set as well, and I love that. It's a basic shape. You can do so much with it. I cut out that oval from this card, and I got two cards just from using that oval die. So I cut this out, ink blended it, put it on this card with that little focal point of the flowers, and then I was left with a window on this card that I could put my images around. So you can get two cards out of just cutting one oval, and they're coordinating because you're using the same stamps and dies, and you can match up the colors and make a set of cards just by using a few dies and a few stamps. So like I promised, I'm going to show you how you can use the dies to cut out this flowered frame. So you get all of those dies, you get this big die here that cuts out the flower frame. You're just going to want to kind of turn that a little bit and line it up. This one cuts out the outside of your flowers. So just make sure that all of those edges are lined up. And I like to go ahead and tape my dies in place so that they don't shift around while I'm putting them through my die cutting machine. And I just use a little bit of washi tape for that. Now you can go ahead and just cut out the outside and leave it as is and have that little flower frame. But if you want to cut out the inside as well, you have a die for that. So just like we kind of had to figure out the outside die, you just want to turn this until you see where it fits. So there we go. It's going to fit just like that. Once you have it in place, just grab a little bit of washi tape or whatever you have on hand and tape that down. And then you can run it through your die cutting machine. All right, so I've run this through my die machine and I've got my dies taped down so they're not moving. So you have to go ahead and pop out your image. So there's the outside all die cut, and you just pop out the middle and you're left with this really beautiful floral frame that you can go ahead and stick onto a card. I'm just going to use the back of this card real quick to show you that it is perfectly sized for an A2 size card. So you can put it this way, you can arrange it as a landscape card and put it that way. You could even cut out a few more of these shapes. You don't have to stamp on it, but cut out the plain cardstock, stack them behind, and then you can pop this up a little bit and even make a little shaker card if you put a little piece of acetate there to make a little window. So lots of things that you can do with this stamp and this die set this month. They're so pretty with all of those florals and the butterfly and the little hummingbird. I think this is really great as we are getting through the middle of winter here and looking forward to spring. We've got some spring themed kind of things that we can look forward to creating with. So hopefully you enjoy a little look at this Wildflower Wonderland Stamp and Die Set. And as always, if you make anything with any of our Tonic products, make sure you tag us on social media so we can see what you're creating. We always love to see your creativity. Also, make sure you like this video, comment down below if you have a question or a comment. We'd love to hear that too. Make sure you tap that bell for notifications and subscribe if you haven't already. And thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.